because that wind is freezing as well. Well, you may be wondering, why am I sitting here looking at swans and ducks? The short answer is, do read comments that people put on the videos, and I also reply to the comments. And there was one comment that stuck out, and I will tell you about that comment later. My plan today is to do 5 Wainwrights. Hopefully I can get 7 done. So first one today is Nab Scar, then Heron Pike, and after that dash back to the car. So I want to do, let's have a look, what am I doing? And then I want to do Brund in Grey Crag, and then drive around again and do Catbells, and then do high rig, and then the last one, hopefully, if I can get it done, I'll find where I am on here, is Ravens Crag. So them are the 7 I want to try and get done, but as it's been February, will I have enough daylight to try and get all of them done? I don't know. I do have my head torch with us because it does start getting dark. I'm not really much of a fan of coming down mountains in the dark with a head torch on. So I think if it does start getting too late, then I just won't do it, and I'll come back and do it another day. So as you can see over there, cloud is starting to roll in. So forecast is for light snow on the higher fells. So whether I'm going to get any or not, I don't know. But we'll have to just see how the day goes. I do know there's supposed to be a weather warning for snow and ice. So I think it's 7 o'clock tonight. But I'll be well down and gone before then. But what happens before then, it's that more concerns me than what happens that time of night. So if you're curious as to what that one is, and that one, that's low pike, that's high pike, and in the middle there's one hell of a bog. So not the best place to walk through, but the views are stunning from up there. You get absolutely amazing views, even though you can't see it at the minute. Around the corner of Grasmere, absolutely stunning views. So here we are, Nab Scar. That was weird. So you see the views. Stunning. So I mentioned earlier about the comments I get on some of my videos, and there was one that really stood out. So that was by a lady from Ireland. And what made it stand out so much is I'm doing this Wainwright challenge. I want to do it by I'm 62. But this lady, she took up hiking 2 years ago. And 2 years ago she was 65. So she's now 67, and she says it's transformed her life. So when I'm doing these videos, I'm like hoping it encourages people to get out and enjoy the countryside, really. But if you need any motivation or anything like that, then people like Jude, they are the ones who give you that motivation. To be 65 and then take up hiking, it's absolutely amazing. You know, can't see anything more than that. So if anybody needs any inspiration about trying to get out in the fells, what can we say? You're never too old, as she said. Here I am. top of Heron Pike, and as you can see, rather breezy. So I'm not going to stay here for long because that wind is freezing as well. So I'm going to start heading down. This is Wainwright number 2 done. I'm out with that wind and just look at this view. Absolutely stunning. That's all I can say. Hopefully this is going to look good on the computer or the telly or you watch it on. But absolutely blown away. Absolutely fantastic. And here we are, back to this wall. I'm trying to get back over this bit. Quite boggy. Trying not to fall. It's not that bad on this side. Just that bit was the problem. But there we are. Over in one piece. So down there is one of my favourite walks from Grasmere. So you can walk all the way around, then around the paths, then to Rydal, then the caves and down, and that is a really nice walk. Then you head back. So it does get really busy during the summer, so if you ever think about doing that, I suggest getting there early to get parked up at Grasmere. But it is a really nice walk. Well, that's me back in the car, and I'm now off to Brund and Great Crag. Well, you may be wondering why am I sitting here looking at swans and ducks, and I am not heading up another Wainwright. The short answer is, the car hit a pothole. I heard this bang, so I originally thought I'd broke a spring, so I pulled over, took a look. It wasn't a spring, it was actually a bracket that holds the exhaust on at the back of the car. That shattered off. So I had a phone around, I managed to get a garage who would get us in, so I actually had to tie the exhaust up with shoelaces to keep it up until I got the garage. So they've ordered the part, so I'm now having to just wait to get it fixed. So I think the 7 Wainwright challenge is over today, so I don't know how long it's going to take them to fix the car. To see I'm gutted, well, that's an underestimate, but I suppose this is just life, you know. What can you do? That's my car fixed, 40 quid, so I'm really pleased about that. And I am really pleased that Windermere Auto Centre actually managed to squeeze us in. It's taken 3 hours to get my car fixed, so there's no way now I can do the other 5 Wainwrights that I was planning on doing. But I'm not going to allow it to spoil me day, so I'm heading round to Catbells. At least I can get that one done, because there's no point in crying over spilt milk. What's happened has happened, so I just got to make the most of my day and just carry on. Heading to Catbells now. So it's just pretty much a mile up and a mile down. You can see where I was last week. So you got right. So you got Water Crag over there, and there's Blueberry Fell over there. So you can see views are opened up quite nicely already. It's amazing really how, right, for me, getting out on the fells just makes you feel so much better, like your endorphins or whatever they're called seem to kick in. So that was about 40 minutes ago. It's feeling a bit down because of what happened to my car, having to get it fixed. And now I'm back on the fells, back in the countryside, and I am feeling great again. Unbelievable how this affects me. And there we are, top of Catbells. So it looks like a canny climb. let's get the top of there, and that's another Wainwright ticked off the list. So, decisions, which way to go? Well, I do know it's got to be up, but which way, that's the question. I'm taking the easy route because that bit of rain we've had has made all these rocks very slippy. So, playing safe and trying to figure out the easiest way up. So, I'll put the camera away because I need to use both hands. And here we are, top of Catbells. Quite impressive views. So if you carried on up that way, you'll be heading towards I Spy, which I must admit, if you haven't been up there, that is a nice hike out for the day. Especially if you're coming down, I come the valley's called, it takes you down here to Castle Crags, and some old mine workings shafts down there, which you can go into, which is quite cool. Yep, I feel alive again. Feeling good indeed. Unfortunately, that's it. Just 3 Wainwrights today. The time it took to get my car fixed was just time was just against us. Oh, gutted. Absolutely gutted. But there's nothing I can do about it, really. You know, just one of these things life throws at us. So I've got to come back again and try and do them ones again. Oh, they're my nemesis, my jinx. God, I'll get them done eventually. That is for sure. Anyway, if you're still watching, thank you very much for watching. And if you would like to see whether I can complete this Wainwright challenge even, then just please subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. Much appreciated, and I'll catch you next time.